I'm the son of Italian immigrants. My parents came to this country like millions of others in the early 30s, and they managed to ultimately settle in Monterey, California. My parents believed child labor was a requirement in our family. Uh, he then sold the restaurant after the war, and we bought he bought a farm, and I've worked on the farm. There's really three things. One, my parents, who believed very strongly that we had to give something back to our country because of what the country provided them in terms of opportunity. Secondly, I spent 2 years in the military and became very familiar with people from across the country who were able to work together on a common mission and be able to accomplish that. And then thirdly, there was a young president when I was young who said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Those were all great inspirations to get involved in public service. I'm a believer that it's important to give back to our country in order to maintain a strong democracy.
So, this student wanted to know, you were CIA director during the operation that resulted in the death of Osama bin Laden. What leadership lesson from that experience would you want young people to understand?
Thank you for the question. One of the proudest operations I was a part of was the operation to go after bin Laden. President Obama made clear to me when he selected me as director of the office of the Central Intelligence Agency. He said, one of the things I want you to do is to go after bin Laden, the primary architect of the 9/11 attack on our country. And at that time, there was not a lot of evidence as to where he might be located. And so what I did was I went back to the CIA and asked my staff who's responsible for searching for bin Laden, and they all raised their hands, and that's not a good sign when everybody raises their hand and says they're responsible. So it was clear that there was nobody primarily responsible for that.